In my 22 years of practice and seeing thousands of patients, my experience is that biochemistry is at the core on how to treat health effectively. I'm Kevin Meehan. Let's discover the truth about health. I look at biochemistry as the starting point for everything we recognize in life and health as well. And this is what excites me. Biochemistry plays a very strong role in how I approach health, and I've often had very favorable outcomes for patients that have been previously given up on by Western medicine. In those 22 years of practicing healthcare, it's been ever evolving, hence why science is not certain. It has the probabilities, and by introducing the probabilities and the new dynamics that I was exposed to, always has created this evolution for my practice as well as my formulations. We often use reference points as humans. This seems to be our nature. As a child, I had the opportunity to feel hardships. My parents weren't really prepared to deal with raising 5 children. The stress may have been one of the causes of the divorce, which eventually led me to being left without a home at a very early age. Having a blanket, transistor radio, and what food I could muster up as my only possessions, I began to realize that we humans can survive with very little, even at this very young age. As a teen, I met a man that would change the course of how I looked at health. He and the foundation he formed, Human Dimensions Institute West, introduced me to a variety of concepts in diet, philosophy, and lifestyle. This introduction was what helped me accomplish the practices that I both teach and live today. During college, I became aware of the strong emphasis taught about pathologies and their symptoms, rather than the causative factors. Utilizing the tools of biochemistry, I began to focus my attention on the causative factors of pathologies. I have since dedicated my life, my practice of health, and the development of my formulations to focus on cause rather than symptom. Basically, the general feeling of understanding that Western medicine was falling short in many aspects from my personal perspective also led me to look more into Asian philosophy about looking at everything as the whole. And what's interesting is that Asian philosophy really tries to capture the whole rather than just segments and thinking dualistic forms. So regarding pathologies and how I felt about treating them, I felt that approaching it from a holistic or universal concept, such as physics, was more appropriate than a dualistic fashion, which is usually the preformed process used by Western medicine. When I left college, that's when the education really started. So understanding how effective utilizing these principles were became apparent to me as I began to unravel the mysteries of many health conditions by utilizing both of these principles. There has never been a better time than today to change the paradigm on how healthcare is approached. I'm Kevin Meehan. Let's discover the truth about health. Come join me on this journey.